So we wanted to try something a little bit different for this video because we're going a little stir crazy with this whole quarantine thing. Tyson and I, we were talking and we were wondering, we can't be the only ones that have gone on eBay, on Amazon, even on wish.com, seen products that are extremely cheap and wondered, how crap can it really be? What we wanted to do for this video is order a couple parts. Well, we already did that. The parts are already here. Ordered a couple parts, the cheapest parts we could possibly find for this 2002 Audi A4. It's going to be our guinea pig for today. And we are going to show you whether or not these products are trash, acceptable, or we might even be surprised and see some of the products that are worth buying. So stay tuned. We'll find out right now. We had a couple requirements when ordering these parts. One, it had to be parts that are actually useful. So something that you could actually see yourself putting on the car or replacing a broken part with. Two, it had to be the absolute cheapest part possible. So we actually came in just over $20 for these 4 parts. So the first thing we got is a armrest lid. These 2002 to 2005, actually 2008, I believe, Audi A4s are notorious for their armrest lids breaking off. People go really hard on them. So we got a replacement one. This is marked 2002 to 2007. So we'll see if that works. We have a window switch. We'll see if that works. Next up, glove box latch. Now, if you break yours for whatever reason, because you tugged on it too hard, I don't know, you might break these. So we got this thing. And then last but not least, we have side markers that go right into the fenders of this car. These are the smoked version. However, I tried to find some that are still or could be legal, because you have to remember some of this stuff might not be legal because it's a safety item, a side marker. So keep that in mind. So we're actually going to start in reverse order, and we're going to start installing these side markers. In reverse order, we're starting with the side markers. We were just talking about this. I purchased these on eBay. Actually, it's not a laughing matter because this is actually a little bit concerning, in my opinion. I purchased these on eBay. So yes, I am part of the problem, but it's for science. $4.68. I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's out of focus, but...
So $4.68
there you go.
with free shipping. I don't understand how it's mind-blowing to me. So we have these 2 side markers. As I mentioned, they're smoked. That means that the housing is blacked out, which right off the bat, you have to realize this is going to be protruding less light outside of the lens, because the stock ones have a chrome housing, which obviously reflects a lot of light. So something to keep in mind, depending on where you live, depending on what your requirements are for safety, etc., these might be illegal. Just keep that in mind. I was going to go with these because the actual bulb cover inside is clear. So that means at the very least, we're going to get the bulb fully flashing the yellow color coming out of the whole assembly. To install these, very easy. All you need to do is push the stock light over, and there's a little spring clip that allows this. So apparently my light is in excellent shape because the lens has detached from the housing itself. That might actually explain some of the condensation that I've had in these lights. But yeah, so there you go. So if you're in a pickle and you're trying to replace your lights, all you need to do is just unplug them, as you just saw. You take your old light away, take your new light, you press it onto the socket like so, and then in reverse order, you have this little spring clip right here that you're going to be pushing against the metal. Then you have a little hook on the other side that'll be hooking into the fender. So, these don't fit.
It's a little loose. Is there supposed to be like a gasket or grommet around the...
No, there's not. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so another thing, obviously, this is $4.50. So the spring clip on this, I don't know if you can see that, if you can focus on this. There's a little groove at the end of this clip. That's where the metal of the fender sits in and rests against. Now, if you notice, the new one does not have as clearly defined of a groove. So I think what's happening is that the metal is just falling past it and not getting properly seated on this little clip right here. Probably very hard to see, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So let's see if we can maybe push this in just a hair more, like so, angle it more, and then we're gonna see if that, yeah, you can hear it right there. You see it's like slipping past it, and then it's not catching anything. So that's an issue. Okay, so for the sake of the video, I got it installed. That's something to keep in mind. Oh, no, it is installed. It's good.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
So a little bit of fidangling needed. It's in there now. It's solid. Looks pretty good if you ask me.
It looks better than the old one, I think.
Yeah, it looks better than the old one. The lens has the same markings on it. Even the same number, 4102. It has SAE E200. This one's, yeah, exact. So, exact replica, as to be expected. Let's see how much light it produces. Well, it looks pretty good if you ask me. Tyson and I just talked about it. We personally give this an 8 out of 10. Simply because it actually works. That's what's mind-blowing to me, is that we paid $4.68 for 2 of them shipped. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, do remember, I don't know the longevity of it. I don't know if it's going to come apart, but as you can see, stock Audi parts do come apart as well. So the glue or silicone or whatever they used came apart. So I think this is a great product. Honestly, for that money, you really cannot go wrong unless this is illegal wherever you live. So let's go to the next product. The second product that we're going to be reviewing today is this glove box latch. The first thing that I notice is that the finish on this little strip is different. So the one that comes on my car is brushed, I guess, and this one has a chrome finish. Now I'll bet you anything that this is going to start peeling if you use your glove box a lot, which I never ever open this thing, so that's not a concern for me. But do keep in mind, this is chrome, this is brushed. I did not see a different option. Speaking of option, this was $7.99 shipped off eBay. Again, I don't understand, because this actually has a little tilting mechanism involved. There's multiple parts, and it's mind-blowing to me. So let's get to the install. You're gonna open your glove box, and what you need is a stubby T20 Torx. Because what we need to do is find this little hole on the side and maneuver our Torx, fill around for the bolt, wherever that is. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Got it. So there's a little bolt that's holding this whole assembly in place. It's kind of a tricky spot. Oh, got it. 2 hours later.
Oh.
Okay, so that was very ungraceful, but I did get it out. So this would be a lot easier if the glove box was out of the car, but...
Could you just take off the door instead of the whole glove box?
Oof, the door is really difficult to take
Really?
off. Yeah. So it's actually way easier to take off all the bolts, take the whole glove box out, because it has these bizarre pressed in studs that they're a disaster to press out. Long story short, here's the old handle. As you can see, this one's all scratched up because Audi used this very bizarre rubberized coating that did not stand a test of time very well. A lot of times when you buy these cars, everything is destroyed. We're talking light switch, all the controls in the center console, your window switches, everything is just peeled off, and it's disgusting. So here's our new one. Let's see. So how does this lock come out? That's a good question. Okay, so you're gonna have to grab a pick tool if you want to get your old lock out, which obviously you do. And I'll be right back. Back with a pick tool. Basically, when you pry this open, you can see there's a couple little like prongs that are holding the lock in. Yikes. Oh, there it goes. Almost have it. Sorry, this is not very informative, but at least it shows you that there's a little bit of a struggle getting this thing installed. So just push this thing out. Yep, there it is. Okay, so as you saw, it's a little bit of a struggle. Also be very careful because your tumblers are now pushed out, and you do not want these to fall out. We're just doing an honest review. As you can see, the install is not just, you know, remove, replace. You have to struggle a little bit with it. Reinstall this, make sure this thing is aligned properly. Sounds like it snapped right in, so there it is. So this guy goes back in. Man, if this works, this is gonna be mind-blowing. This might be our first product that doesn't work, Tyson.
What happened?
I don't know if you can see this on camera, but
Let me see. Okay.
I'm very confident that this is pushed in all the way. You heard it click.
Yeah.
I verified that all the little teeth are in fact in the right place. However, if you're looking at this, this is propped up. So it's not sitting flush with the handle.
I see what you're saying. It's a little raised.
Yeah, it should sit like that. I don't know if this is a measurement issue. I don't know if this is a plastic gauge issue, but it's not allowing this to decompress all the way and sit flush. There's nothing I can adjust because all these teeth are under the lock. That's not good, because I think this is not going to work, actually, as a matter of fact. So if you look right here, can you see that on camera right there?
Yeah.
The lock itself is hitting the plastic right there on the inside. Either the lock is shifted too far over, which I have no other way of adjusting this, or the plastic itself, this plastic is too thick. And it's not allowing it to, like I said, sit flush. This is hitting the lock itself. It's not hitting the handle where it should. Well, that just, well, I just broke it. So
What?
yeah. So I was trying to push the lock over just a little bit, and it actually snapped the little hinge here. So that's not going to work, unfortunately. I think, unfortunately, this product is going to get a DNF. It just simply did not finish. There's no way to properly install this. At least I don't know how. Let me know in the comments if you've ordered one of these and you were able to successfully install them on a B6 Audi A4. They might have worked on other cars. I have no idea. However, I'll take the blame. I broke this part, so it's a DNF. And I'm going to put my old one back in, so let's call it on this one. I personally can't give this a score because we just don't know. I might not be smart enough to install this, but keep in mind, this is not a very easy install, and it's not a remove and replace straightforward process. Let's get to the next product. Next product, window switch. This feels pretty decent. This is crazy. This one you can get for $3.47 shipped. It's mind-blowing to me. Word of advice really quick, this does touch your electrical system on your door. So if you're concerned about that, if you don't know how to work on cars yourself, just be cautious, because if it doesn't work for whatever reason, it shorts out something or pops a fuse, I don't want to be responsible for that. I'm just doing this for science. Oh, another word of advice, actually. These only work, I found out, on the passenger side. Obviously, the driver's side has 4 switches, and the rear windows are actually completely different. So keep that in mind. This might be the thing. So let's find out if it fits and works, and I don't know. Off. I'm just going to take these off. Oh. All right, let's see if this handle will pull off at this point. Oh, we got one more up here. I lied. There's 9. Flip this thing around, and there it is. It's already off.
Oh, perfect.
So now we have a little bit more room to work with. There we go. We have total access to the window switch. As you can see, I broke that. Full transparency. Just be careful. Make sure you don't do that on yours. There you go. I was prying on the wrong side of the plastic. Sorry about the noise. There you go. There's the window switch. This is the old one, and we got the new one right there.
Yeah.
as you guys can see, once again, we have very different products. Noticeable differences. I don't care about the graphics so much, but I do wonder if this right here, this little indentation is gonna play some type of a role. I'm not sure. Next up, you can see there's a massive size difference. I'm not sure what is up with that, but it may not matter because I do notice that these, the little clips, do appear to be in the correct spot. Another thing to notice, the mounting point is a different size, so even if you wanted to, you could not switch out just the caps. And then the most important part is this, the connector. This may be different as well. It actually is a little bit different, so it may not fit. So we might have another product on our hands that does not fit.
It's just not slotted. Right
Yes,
there.
you're correct. So let's try that first before we go any further. Moment of truth. Oh, so it does fit.
Now if it's gonna fit in the armrest and
I was gonna say, so I guess the next thing that I'm curious about is if it's even gonna fit into the plastic mold right here that I destroyed. My goodness. We're gonna try. That's snapped in. That's snapped in.
Yeah.
It fits.
That's fine.
I mean, it looks like it's a little bit more sunk down than the stock one. I don't know if you can see that right here on the edge, right there. You see how that like protrudes a little bit more? But it fits, and I mean, to me, it sounds good. It sounds like the real thing. Before we install everything, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take the door card and plug it into the door and see if it'll work. I'm just gonna hang this here for the time being. Works. Even works with the automatic up and automatic down function. So count it. So that's pretty cool. I personally would give this. Actually, Tyson, what do you give this product?
Dude, that's 10 out of 10 for $3.33 or whatever that was shipped.
Yeah.
For a functioning door switch that does power up, power down.
There's no excuse for any of these cars to have peeling, disgusting white switches at this point, because you can get these for so cheap. I'm not the biggest fan of buying cheap stuff in China, but if your stuff is destroyed and you have no money, this is a fantastic option. So yeah, I would honestly give this a 9.2 out of 10 just because it does not fit quite as flush as the stock one. Great success on this product. I'll put this whole thing back together later on, but yeah, so let's move on to the last product. Last product, guys, we got an armrest lid. Now, I bought this on eBay for $8.85 shipped. I can't find the ad for some reason anymore. However, a couple of concerns right off the bat. Even though it did say 2002 to 2005 B6 A4, it does not look like it would fit. If I take off my old one, which magically comes out this way, by the way, previous owner broke this. For some reason, these armrest lids are always destroyed on these cars. People just go really hard on them and they break these little arms. So we got this one, and as you can see, there are a couple visual differences in terms of like the mold. It looks completely different. I mean, everything is completely different. So you got the width of the arms, you got the width of this like little mounting bracket right here. Everything is different on it. The leather, that's fine. What is not fine, however, is that straight out of the box, it came with these tears stock. So there's one right here, there's another one back here. So it's super cheap, thin vinyl that does not even hold up shipping. Additionally, this little stopper right here, you can see there's one on the left. The right one is already broken straight out of the box. Right off the bat, terrible, terrible, terrible first impression. Let's try to install it and see if it can redeem itself.
If it fits, it'll still be better than the old one though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, it looks a lot better, so.
Yeah.
Let's try to get this thing installed. Yeah, that's gonna be a no-go. No, because, so I can see the little mounting holes right here. As I mentioned, they are way smaller on this guy right there. And then this, you see how much bigger that is?
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close. So either they shipped me the wrong one, or this is just badly produced. I have no idea. Granted, it is $8, but it is literally $8 that is just going straight to the trash because there's no way to mount this. And I don't know if you noticed, but even if it's laying on here, this latch is wrong too. It does not close. I guess if you really wanted to, just for looks, you could leave it like that and It does feel quite nice. It doesn't feel too bad, I have to say. So I don't know if I got the wrong version or what the deal with this is, but this this is a straight -2 for me, because it's beat up, it's broken, it's the wrong fitment, and overall it's literally just gonna go into the trash. What do you think, Tyson?
I think it's really strange that it doesn't even fit. Like, what else is it gonna go in?
I don't know if this is for maybe I know the convertibles are a little bit different. However, the ad, I'm 100% certain, did not say anything about convertible. I did make sure that everything I bought was specific to my car, but this thing is an absolute no-go. So my old beat up, broken, but at least locking armrest is gonna go back in. That's it, guys. That's really all we have. Those are the 4 products that we wanted to review today. As you can see, some of them are terrible. Some of them are actually really good in my opinion. Hopefully this was entertaining to you guys. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you have some experience, and you can leave me a comment and let me know what you've tried eBay product wise that worked, that didn't work. Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.